Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's the 27th of October, and it's another dark morning up here. Yesterday I was speaking about St. Chad, and about his influence as a missioner. I could have also spoken yesterday about Alfred the Great, who was also commemorated. That's the thing about saints, they're like buses. You don't have one for a few days and then two come along at once. But I was thinking later in the day about the influence of St. Chad, and looking at some pictures of the chapel he founded at Bradwell-in-Sea in Essex, still standing, and a Eucharist was celebrated there yesterday by the local assistant bishop. And I thought about the influence and how that works. And I looked again at the gospel for yesterday, and I'm going to speak about yesterday's gospel today. It's two of the parables of the kingdom. The parable of the mustard seed that's so small and grows into a branch where birds can make their nests, and the parable of the yeast, the small bit of yeast that the woman puts into the measures of flour, and it leavens it all. And it seemed to me that speaks in three ways. Firstly, of course, it speaks about the kingdom of God in our lives, starting as something small, but then hopefully taking over our lives and focusing us totally on God. Then I think it's the influence of the saints, people like Chad, people like Alfred the Great, who made a great difference to those around them. Alfred preserving the really English kingdom, Chad sharing the gospel with so many people and leaving a lasting Christian heritage. But it can also speak about our influence. Can we, having been transformed by the power of God, also bring transformation to our communities? Can we be the mustard seed that grows? Can we be the yeast that leavens? That seems to me to be our Christian vocation. There is much debate in the Church of England at the moment about how we go forward and reorganising parishes and hundreds of new church communities. But I sometimes think it misses the point. And the point is that the communities we have already to grow in faithfulness, in prayer, in worship, and in service. And if we do these things, then we can make a difference. We can make a difference in our communities and in continuing the life of our communities, so that the gospel, the seed, the mustard seed, the yeast, can make a difference for us and for those around us. And it begins with faithfulness, and it begins by living out those gospel qualities for all our neighbours and for the building of God's church. May God bless us today to be yeast, salt, light, the seed of the mustard that makes a difference, just as God makes a difference to our lives. May God bless us all.